Here we go. Cut myself. Just using this rope to kind of give us the shape of our bed so we can dig out the edging and know exactly what we're working with. Look at my edging though. I mean, it's not like beautiful, but I've got the shape coming. The shape of the bed is coming along.
This is a trail building tool for sides of hills and stuff. If you are into mountain bike riding, you've probably seen this tool. So it's got kind of a rake on one side and the spade on the other, and it helps shape your trails, and that's kind of what I'm doing, shaping a trail here. I'm gonna cover the trail in rocks, but I need it flat, so as you can see the stuff as it falls down the hill, it's a pretty steep hill. All right, so then once you've done that much, come back and it acts like a tamp. Tamp it down. Putting just enough weed barrier under the rock so that I don't get a ton of stuff growing up in the middle of the rocks. It'll be a pain. It's fine that it's overhanging just a little bit. Thinks I'm up here still working, collecting rocks, but I'm just collecting blueberries and blackberries. All right, hack time. So I've got all this weed barrier. Samantha just needs it underneath the rock, and here's how you cut it quickly. Is use a torch. All right, I hope you're watching. Here we go, watch this. Way faster than scissors. Actually has a pleasant aroma, if you ask me.
job, babe. You did awesome. You got it going on. All right, so this is the view from our porch. This is our porch swing right here. It is coming along. Look at that expansion, the extension, the stones, the little bit of mulch on that hillside. It is another day, and we are about to play in the clay mud. And I say mud because it's been raining all night, all day. Rained yesterday, that's why we had to stop working. But I just got my shipment finally of the compost and topsoil that I'm going to mix in with the clay soil. I did decide to go ahead and put the cardboard down anyways, just because we have a lot of invasive type weeds and grasses that were growing in that area. And so we're going to lay the cardboard down, but I didn't have enough. So I bought some rolls of the brown paper, like that brown craft paper or contractors paper or whatever you would want to call it. So anyways, just rolled in. I'm going to get to work and we're going to play in the mud. So let's go. So this is the roll of paper I got. It's 100 feet for like $12 and something, almost $13. So I don't know how well this is going to work. I'm hoping it does good. It's a lot thinner than a cardboard box, but we shall see. I think so I don't have to trudge through the mud too much. I might do the paper first. Yes, let's do the paper first. They say you're supposed to wet the cardboard after you put it down, but I can skip that step because it's already a soggy mess. All right, I feel a wee bit ridiculous using the craft paper. It's so thin that even just stepping on it, I was sinking in the mud and I was busting through the paper. I'm hoping that it's enough to, you know, keep some of the weed suppression down. I wonder if I should like add a second layer or something. But I don't know. So one reason to subscribe right there so you can see what happens with this. Anyways, I guess I'm going to go ahead and dump my compost and topsoil now. And I don't have to trudge through the clay, so that's good. Let's do it. Amending the soil. When the paper disintegrates, it will amend the soil. I thought of the word. Oh my word, that took me a really long time to think of that. It's called amending. So the compost, the topsoil will help amend the soil to make it better for the plants, and that is the goal. I'm oh so eloquently spreading the dirt. This is how the professionals do it. So things will look worse before they get better, right? That's how it goes. It looks crazy, but it's about to get better. My husband so kindly reminded me we need to do drip irrigation. I totally forgot, and I'm so glad he said something because I'd be regretting it afterwards. So I'm going to take a quick break from the mulch and I'm going to install drip. But let me show you real quick. This is my little bucket of goodies. Very unorganized, but what can I say? So this is a T connector. Then this is just your normal straight connect. I don't know if that's what it's called. This is your L-shaped connector for turning sharp turns because the hose will only bend so much. And then something like this is what you would use at the very end to cap it off. There's other options, but this is what I use. I don't know what this is called. It's a certain kind of tube, I think, or a certain kind of tool. I think it's meant for cutting stuff like this, but it didn't come like in the drip irrigation section or anything. I'll ask them what it's called, but that's what I cut my hose with. And then there's also these little emitters that you can use. This one does 2 gallons per hour. There's like a 1 gallon per hour emitter also. I think I might be out. Anyways, there's also solid drip tube. I'm sweating so bad right now, I'm sorry. So there's solid black irrigation tubing if you want to run a big stretch without any holes. The brown drip hose has emitters every like 18 inches or something like that, so it'll just evenly distribute in the flower bed, and that's what I'm using. I'm going to connect to my existing drip irrigation and just run it throughout this bed. If you want to watch, or if you want to skip ahead to more mulching, then you can do that too, but this is educational. All right, so I am going to connect to this existing hose right here. I've got my T, I've got my new drip hose, and I'm going to just connect it like this, okay? So what I'm going to do is just cut right here, and then I'm going to push this side in right there, and then push this side in right here. I'm gonna have to rebury all this, but that's okay. And then I'm going to connect this just like that. Now, it's easier to do when the hose has been sitting in the sun a little bit. It kind of makes it more pliable. So I'm going to weave this hose all throughout the bed and then connect it to my drip over there, and that way it'll be just a continuous cycle through the flower beds. So I forgot to mention, every so often you want to use one of these to stake your drip irrigation down, and you want it to go under the mulch, which is why I need to do this before we finish all of this mulching. I'm gonna have to kind of dig out some of the mulch to be able to do that. But this box right here, it's a count of 500. So this is the cheapest option I have found so far. I got this from Lowe's, and 500 seems like a lot. I thought, no way I'm ever gonna use all those. I used them all, and then this is my second box. So, highly recommend just going ahead and buying the larger count because it's gonna save you money in the long run. Whew, okay, so we're at the end of the line. I've got all of this drip tube weaving in and out and in and out, and I think I've got it spaced out really well where all of the plants that we put in this bed are going to get a good amount of water on a regular basis. And last thing I got to do is connect it back to the existing irrigation. So we're going to do that and call this part done. My husband disappeared. I don't blame him. I would like to disappear too, but I do miss him, and I wish he were here helping me. I'm gonna go find him, bring him back, but let's finish this. All right, so this is what the drip looks like throughout the entire bed. I would say they're about 18 inches apart. The rows and the emitters are 18 inches apart. So everything should hopefully get even water. And I'm glad that this part is done. Now let's make it pretty. My husband has arrived. He has come back to save me. Are you gonna help me? So we have used about 46 bags of mulch so far. They cover 2 cubic feet. Supposedly, my husband went up on the hill to go get some more. We used everything we had in the back of the truck. We're almost done. I told him to get maybe about 12 bags. So all in all, 46 plus 12, 58 bags. Maybe we need a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, but that is to be able to mulch this entire bed. So if you are wondering how much mulch you need when doing a bed, maybe you can use our math a little bit. All I have left to mulch is this little end right here. We didn't finish with the rocks because we ran out of rocks. We're gonna have to go get another pallet. He needs to make this rock wall here on the hillside. It needs to be quite a bit taller, but he at least has the base, so adding the rest of the wall will be fairly easy. We're gonna have a really hot week coming up. We've got like high 90 degree temperatures coming, and so it might be that I don't plant stuff out for a while. I don't know if they'd be better left in their containers in the shade or planted out so they're not just in containers. What's the better method there? So, anyhow. Alright, you guys, we are done with the mulching for now, with the exception of this little hole that you see over here. Let me show you. So we have this one spot that was majorly low, just a complete ditch right here. So rather than fill this in with mulch, I'm going to get some more topsoil and compost and pour in here, and then finish with the mulch, because when I plant something there, it's going to need some dirt to go in, and if I just pour mulch, it's going to be living in nothing but mulch. That's how deep it is. So we need to finish that, but I'm out of soil for now. But the bed is mulched and it looks so pretty. On the next video, we should be planting, hopefully, or very soon. Very soon we'll be planting. But the groundwork is laid. Still got to do some rocks, but it's all good. Glad my husband decided to jump back in and help me at that last bit, because I was wearing down. I'm tired and I'm covered in sweat. Well guys, thank you so much for joining me as we continue to create this new flower bed for all the new plants that I have. Hope that you will like and subscribe to the channel so you can see all the crazy projects we have going on here on the property. So join us, come along, sweat it out with me. Who needs aerobics when you do gardening, right?